Hello, hello, and welcome to the Lost Archives for episode 13. Oh my god.
It's cursed. Though.
Actually, it's not. It's episode 14. I'm wrong.
I was going to say,
it's not cursed anymore.
We got everyone.
It's not cursed anymore. My name's Owen. I'm the Dungeon Master for our campaign, The Tyranny of Dragons. Now, normally at this point, I would be handing over to our lovely players to introduce themselves, but I have an announcement to make just before this. Those of you who follow us on Twitter and Facebook will have seen the announcement that Claire, who plays the character of Mira, has had to step away for a few weeks. So tonight, and for the next few sessions, we have a guest character joining us. It's my pleasure to introduce you to the lovely Alice.
Hey guys.
Hi, Alice.
Now, Alice will be introducing her character in a little bit. For the moment, we'll keep her identity a secret, except that her name is Gloria, which all of you who are watching can see there on the screen. Whoops, spoilers. Alrighty, Simon, Andrew, Jared, please go ahead and introduce yourselves and your characters as if I never interrupted you.
Hey everyone, it's Simon here. I'm playing the character of Wiltix, the lovely little gnome fellow. Yeah, small, slightly violent sometimes, just depends on his mood. And yeah, excited to go on the flying ship next.
Yes.
So exciting. Hey guys, I'm Andrew, and I'm playing Azure Lightheart, our lovely resident Aasimar Monk, who's dark and chocolatey, like a crunchy. Good on the outside, sometimes bad on the inside. Who knows? We shall find out more.
Alright, hey guys, I'm Jared, I'm playing the character of Emeric. My internet really crap, so that's good. Anyway, but yes, he's a paladin. He's a paladin, and he smites his foes with a vicious grin upon his face, while everyone chastises him. I'll pass it back to Owen.
Thanks, Jared. Our journey has been following the escapades of the Tempest Adventuring Guild from the League of Adventurers based in the merchant city of Oxenfurt. Mira, Azure, Emeric and Wiltix returned to the city after a mission took them to the town of Greennest, where they discovered a group known as the Order of the Dragon was seeking to bring Tiamat, an evil betrayer god, back into the world. The party were gifted the Night Hall Manor by the Governor of Greennest as thanks for their efforts, and the Tempest Guild have set about the process of making this their new home, and their new guild hall. After hiring some new staff and a carer for the stolen dragon eggs, the party was summoned to the League headquarters for a meeting with Sylvia, the administrator of the guild. At this meeting were some unfamiliar faces, a male dwarf called Onthar Froom, and a female tiefling called Sorceress, both of whom represent organisations which have formed an alliance with the League to help combat the threat of the Order. You may remember that Onthar represented the Order of the Gauntlet, a religious military group, and Sorceress represented the Harpers, a secret group who worked to preserve good and maintain the balance between civilization and wilderness. Sylvia had decided to appoint the Tempest Guild as the representative guild for the League, given their intimate and first-hand knowledge of the Order. Given that time was of the essence, Sylvia had booked the party passage by airship to the capital city of Paelen, and Onthar Froom and Sorceress decided to accompany the group there. And that's the recap. So we join back in as the airship that the party have been taking has departed the city of Oxenfurt. The airship rising high above the land, casting a shadow deep below. Overnight airship, sees shadows cast by the two moons high above. And by morning, the airship is arriving in the city of Paelen. You can see the dock is bustling with activity. Large pillars of metal and stone, which the airships are fixed to, are not stationary like those in Oxenfurt. You can see large gears and steam engines powering their ascension and descent. The large pillars are basically docks which constantly rise and fall like a mechanical ocean. And far below you can see hundreds of people moving throughout the walkways, lifts and cranes, constantly moving items, goods and people across the city and across the docks. You can see several large merchant ships, other sky ships, characterized by their immense bulky hull, marked with various symbols for the sky cities. There's a rising sun for Solaris, 3 circling winds for the city of Eris, and intertwined knots for the city of Volus. The city of Paelen, for those of you who haven't been here before, which I think is everyone except Mira, the one character who's not here. The city of Paelen is vast. It is massive. As the airships dock, it's actually close to the very center of the city, and I will bring you guys across to a little map so that you can see the city.
Oh, very pretty. I like the color coding.
Oh, very nice.
There we go. I'm just trying to see how much I can fit on
Actually, that does look really cool.
That is a nice looking city.
Oh, thanks, man.
Reminds me of
There we go.
Paris.
What was it, sorry, Alice?
Yeah.
Wait, does this also have the catacombs of Paris? Because that'd be terrifying.
I don't know. You guys will have to explore to find out. So you can see the airship docks are located number 14. So they're actually located right there. I'm just pinging it on the map for everyone to see. That's where the airship docks are located. So you can see most of the city. You've sort of flown over that southern part and that western part of you as you've entered in, and the city is absolutely bustling. You can see a number of goods being loaded onto the ships, and hovering above the various larger ships are smaller skybrigs, which those of you who are familiar with the skyships know that these are these are much smaller, much faster, more maneuverable warships, which help defend the precious cargo from sky pirates who plague the air merchant strips. As the ship finishes docking alongside the lowered gangway, you are ushered down the bridges and onto the docks. Susurrus and Onthar are with you, and you can see Mira is with you as well at this point. And as you step down off the gangplank, you can hear the sounds of the city all around you. There's a great degree of activity. The occasional artificial hiss of a steam engine being decompressed, and this grinding of gears at all times. And as you guys step down onto the docks, Susurrus pulls the 5 of you plus Ontha pulls you over to the side off the main track as people sort of try to move large wagons and carts through. Susurrus looks at each of you and goes, "Well, it seems we're here and survived the journey. Now, I have other business to attend to in the city, and I was wondering if I might be able to borrow Mira for this particular mission."
Do her voice.
Yes, that sounds appropriate, is what Mira says. Sorry, Claire,
okay.
I can't do the voice as well as you.
Go on then.
Fine.
Go along, run along, little bookworm.
Well, we shall meet you again soon.
Yes, are you sure that's okay?
Oh, I think we'll get along just fine without you, Mira. It'll be okay. We'll meet you when you're done.
Just stay safe.
I will try. And with that, she begins walking off with Susurrus. Yeah, so as you guys begin sort of heading down across this area here, Susurrus, you remember on the air trip over, Susurrus had been spending a little bit of time talking with Mira. As they sort of turn to leave, Susurus has a sort of a quick startle, looks at Mira, pulls out a very small sort of medallion-shaped object from her pouch and hands it to Mira, and then sort of bustles back over to you guys and looks at Azure, Wiltix, and then Emeric, and then looks back to Azure and hands you a little medallion, Azure. Here, the Harpers use these when we need to be able to find people. We can make sure that Mira finds her way back to you at some point in the future, as long as you keep this on you.
Fantastic. Is it like a pin, or is it a...
It's a small medallion. Yeah, medallion on a chain.
Okay, cool. I'll put it around my neck.
Yeah, it looks quite nice. It's bronze, marked with various symbols and sigils. It quite nicely matches in with your aesthetic of orange and red and gold. Now, Azure, what's your passive perception? I believe it's like 15, isn't it?
Yes.
Azure, you see someone is watching you guys very closely. They've sort of moved themselves a little bit behind a stack of crates. They seem to sort of just be... It's very hard to make out too many details. You know it's a female and she's probably a gnome or a halfling. Just seems to be watching you and listening. At this point, as you're sort of like noticing that, Onthar turns to you guys and goes, "Right, well, what are we going to do about the... Sorry, no, Onthar was a dwarf. What are we going to do about the cult? Are we going to track them down? I was hoping that you might have an idea."
I kind of like pull everyone in really close, and I'm like, well, we probably should start with whoever's just, just keep. Can everyone hear me?
I also, yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
I also,
okay,
I look
cool.
at as we're drawn in, I sort of look at you and go, well, the problem is our brains just walk that way.
That's true. She is 90% of our thought process. That's okay.
Don't get me wrong. I come up.
We've still got the broad, but that's okay. But what I was going to say is, and I kind of like shush everyone down, is we probably should see what the person that's watching us and listening in wants to do before we talk about this in public.
What? Wait.
And without kind of looking, I kind of describe the person that's standing behind us.
Yeah. what you can see is, there's a female gnome or halfling dressed in fairly colourful clothes, leathers and colourful clothes, but she's keeping part of her face hidden in shadow. She does seem to be dressed in very, very colourful clothing, but there's not too much else you can see because of the way the shadows fall across her face and the way she sort of secreted herself away.
Okay. I'll just let everyone know that someone's watching.
Nah, don't worry about her. I reckon she's just looking for a coin or something like that. Probably a beggar or something on the streets.
Onthar goes,
Right, well, I was kind of hoping that we could go and find a way to track down the Order of the Dragon. I know that they were planning on sending out some wagons and caravans out of the I think it was the northern gate or the eastern gate. I'm not 100% sure, but I know that we need to probably head in that direction.
Well, you know what is the best way to find leads? The pub. The tavern. So I think we should go there and get ourselves a nice feed and a nice drink.
But from when we were coming down on the airship, there looked like there was a market to the north. I'm sure we could find a pub up that way. You know, merchants, they love a good tale. We might be able to find out some more of where these caravans are going. So why don't we head that way?
I reckon that's very solid indeed.
While this has been going on, Gloria, you have heard two pieces of information that pique your interest. You've heard the name of the Order of the Dragon, which absolutely piques your interest, and you've also heard mention of a caravan heading out of the northern or the eastern gate of the city, and that definitely is something that interests you. So what you've heard, Alice, Gloria, that's piqued your interest is you've heard definite mention of the Order of the Dragon, a group who you've been tracking and following for some time now, and you've also heard mention of a wagon and a caravan heading north, which is again something else that probably would pique your interest. You can hear these people talking about this quite brazenly just in the street, which you think is probably not super wise.
We're not the smartest.
I'm like, excellent.
Sharpest tools in the shed.
They sound like they need a new brain.
Well, wouldn't go that
I'm
far.
actually quite intelligent, but my character's overused.
Actually, it's true. Simon's character is actually...
He is actually the most intelligent.
I am. I've got a 16. I'm just
I forget that.
Gloria, you see these people. So actually, tell you what, we can use this opportunity to really quickly. Could you each describe your characters super quickly and what they look like?
Yeah, okay.
Super quickly. So we'll start
Simon,
with
you go first.
Wiltix.
Yeah. Look, if I, in 3 words, tall, dark, and handsome for Wilton. No,
He's none of those things.
Tall for a gnome, handsome for a gnome, and wears dark clothing. No,
and covered in scars.
Yeah, he's a scarred up little fellow that is quite hairy, and wears his lovely black and leather armor, I suppose. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Emeric?
Oh, okay. We normally do it I normally at the end. Okay.
Sorry, I can go next. Sorry.
Okay. No, it's all good.
I shall describe all the characters now.
So Emeric is 6 foot tall. He's muscular build. He has a big halberd that's either on his back or in his hand at all times. Very well polished, though, I'll admit, and very well sharpened. He keeps good care of his equipment. And sort of like spiky black hair. He has a scar that sort of runs down between his eye, like right eye, and he has a lot of green and sort of grey coloured armour. You can see it in the artwork. So that's pretty much him. But yeah, he looks like a bit of a larrikin. Pass it over to Andrew.
Thanks. So Azure is tall for he's kind of elven looking. Has a kind of fey feel about him. Doesn't really wear much armor, so like kind of loose fitting clothing. Has a tight tension about him, almost like a coiled spring. But quite light on his feet as well. When you tend to look out of your peripheral, you sometimes get a glimpse of something that almost like a light that's a bit too bright. in your peripheral vision, but you can't see it when you look straight at me. Yeah, it's kind of my character.
I love it. That's fantastic. And I can actually show you guys a picture of Ontharfroom as I describe him. So he is a dwarven gentleman. He has a very large red beard, shaved head, and he's dressed in quite fine plate armor with a large gauntleted fist emblem on his chest. And that's him there that you can see on screen if you're watching.
There he is.
If you're watching us live or watching the YouTube. Yeah, so that's what you'd see, Gloria, as you look over at these people. And yeah, probably the thought does cross your mind, these people are in need of a brain.
That much is evident.
Are we talking about the characters now? Or?
Well, it doesn't really matter to my character.
So yeah, Gloria, what would you like to do?
I guess I'm looking over them with my beady analytical eyes, wondering how I can use them for my gain.
Okay.
I mean, I heard them talk about the Order of Dragon, right?
You did hear that specifically.
And they're clearly brazen enough to talk about it in public, so they'll probably talk about it with a total stranger. I'm going to approach them and just
yep.
off the cuff, be like, you know what?
Okay, so as you approach, I sort of go, look, got no money here. I'm sure there's other people you can find. All right, you need a little halfling thing.
You might change what you say when you hear what she looks like. Alice, would you like to describe your character?
Yeah, so I am a middle-aged, greying hair halfling female. My most striking feature probably is my beady analytical eyes, and they sort of pierce through you as as they cast over you. I don't know what else to describe about myself.
What do you look like? Yeah.
Well,
terms of,
I'm
wearing anything distinctive.
Oh God, I don't know now.
How
I need the photo.
How tall are you?
Oh,
I'm as tall as Wiltix.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's
pretty
nice.
sure if you stood back to back, I'd be slightly taller.
I
I'll put
doubt
my
it.
wheels on.
your pointy hat does not count, Wiltix.
It does.
Yeah, so I'd say because you can see, I'll pull up in the image a little bit so people can
type of
see.
clothes
Yeah, so wearing leathers with some fine embroidery and some nice jewel work, some nice scarves and things like that tied to the waist. A very elegant rapier strapped to her waist as well. Very, very fine workmanship. And she does have a lute strapped to her back as well that looks to be fairly serviceable and functional.
I'll be honest, Emeric isn't the smartest. Already thinks that he's already assigned himself to the fact that she's a beggar, so he'll stick by what he said.
Okay.
I feel like in response, Gloria would kind of get the loot, and you know how people do that tap over the head when someone's being a bit of a shit? She'd do that with the loot, not enough to hurt him, but just to put him in his place.
So
yeah, so I guess I
cut my shin.
I'd say that the combined length of the loot plus you, if you do a jump, maybe you can just about reach.
Alright.
And that's if Emeric does not move away.
Well, I'm not gonna just let her hit me with.
Even gently with a loot.
I feel like I could even use that. What's that weapon that he's holding? I can use that as a step.
The halberd. I'd say he probably doesn't have it out on the docks. People would probably,
imagine it's strapped on my back.
So you just reach up and basically it touches his chest and just sort of taps him on the chest, and then you've got your loot tapping him on the chest.
Does it give a sense of I don't know, putting him in his place, or do I
you want to make an
completely fail?
intimidation check?
Yeah.
Make me an intimidation check. Yeah.
Oh God, where do I find that?
Just under skills.
Skills. Okay. Does that work?
11. Okay, yeah, it did.
Okay.
11. It's not the most. I think probably like you've got the look right, you've got the walk right. But from further away, he looked a little bit smaller, and so as you approach, you sort of realize, oh, he's like over 5 foot. Oh, he's over 6 foot. Oh, he's 6'4". Okay, and then as you sort of go to do this, it comes across as less putting him in his place and more just like stroking his chest with a lute and then putting it away again.
What I'll admit is, Emeric isn't. He's not intimidated, but he is a little bit like perplexed.
Turned on.
No, that's Wiltix's habitat. No, I imagine it'll be more perplexed. I sort of just look at you and I'm like, are you alright?
Yes.
Blimey, get that out of my way. What are you? I was going to offer you gold.
Oh, alright, I'll take your gold, sure.
Nah, not really. I'm not going to give you gold. I'll give you copper, though.
Alright, go on.
Okay, I'll give her a copper piece and tell her to scamp away.
I feel like I'm gonna look at it, look back at him, put it in my pocket, and just like stare him down as I do it.
It's up to everyone else if they want to actually like take into the fact that she has like a very elegant rapier, because Emeric is going to keep going on with this nudge.
But just for everyone's record, Gloria's won this round. She got the copper.
In your mind.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
I turn around though, like so my back's turned, and as if I'm like just paying her no more heed. It's up to everyone else though if they want to step in, because she has a very, very exquisite rapier that Emeric just glanced over, didn't even acknowledge.
Yeah.
FYI, Emeric's a bit of an asshole.
Yeah. So,
That's right, so Gloria.
we're all assholes. No.
Except Andrew.
I was going to say except for Mira.
Yeah.
I was going to say except for Mira.
No, Andrew, you're very almost like Superman-y, like there's no ill that you'll do. If anyone's watched The Boys though, you could turn to Homelander.
Oh god.
I like the transition.
Ontharr sees this sort of stranger walk up and just poke one of you guys with a lute, and he looks over at this newcomer and goes,
Can we help you, lass? What do you need?
Well, funnily enough, I think I can help you. And let's face it, you all look like you need it. I'd really like to know what you know about the Order of the Dragons, and in return, I'll give you my wit.
Well, maybe we should take this conversation off the streets. Huh?
Let's head. You were talking so brazenly.
We haven't even got to the fun bits yet.
What? I thought it was inside voices just then, but I guess my inside voice isn't very insidey.
I guess your inside voice carries outside very easily.
That I think it does. Fuck.
Froome sort of looks at.
Well, I've got a room booked. If we want to head that way in one of the taverns, I could take you there now. I didn't think we were talking that loudly, lass.
Well, maybe she's a little bit more perceptive than we give her credit for. Typically, that's what beggars do. They just stand around and they all get all the gossip.
Are you a spy?
Slight dig.
You will learn to respect me the easy way or the hard way.
Oh god.
Oh, please show him the hard way.
I look down and I just start laughing because I think because you're so small, I just like, ha ha ha. I give her a pat on the head.
Emeric hates small people. Like he pushes Wiltix down a flight of
small
stairs.
I would say
Wiltix down a hole.
It's true. You did push.
I would say he's a little bit of a bully.
Equal heights, man. Equal heights.
And see, it's funny because on Wednesday nights, just FYI, when I play with some of these guys, my character's actually really wholesome.
Yeah, but
you're kind of like a southern gentleman.
Didn't save him for the podcast, did you?
No, I probably should have. But then, you know what? Emeric, man, like, I'm sure people enjoy his little larrikin attitudes. I hope.
The lovable rogue.
I hope.
As we walk away, I kind of mumble under my breath, clearly compensating.
Oh,
I don't really know how to say
very nice.
I don't have. I don't think I'll pick that up until 11.
Do I hear that?
Yes, you would. Yeah, definitely. Your passive perception 15. Yeah, you'd hear that.
I have a small giggle.
Onthar leads you guys through the busy merchant district and then out back through into an area of Paelen that you know very well, Gloria. This is now where the Bard's College is located. This is the Brightpearl Bar, number 3 on the map if you guys are watching the stream or watching the YouTube playback. The Brightpearl Bar is a smaller district located next to the main keep, the Empyrean, and next to Castletown, and it's mostly composed of the minor nobility and wealthy who are not quite able to afford a spot within the walls of Castletown itself. And it's the home of theatre and the arts in Paelen. Nobles and rising politicians wanted venues to mingle and scheme, and the theatres, the galleries and concert halls sort of opened up to help provide that niche, and so you would know this area very, very well, Gloria. In fact, Onthar leads you guys past the main thoroughfare that heads down towards the Bard's College, this massive sprawling campus of buildings and theatres and showrooms and things like that for bards who are learning and bards who are teaching other bards. He leads you down towards a small, what looks like a theatre and cafe known as the Sylvan Pavilion. And I'd say actually, Gloria, you've probably even been in this building once or twice before. Maybe not performing per se, but it's a nice sort of tea room for an early morning bit of quiet time. And it has booths which are separated off and soundproofed for those politicians and nobles who want to scheme in relative, scheme in relative safety and from eavesdropping. Onthar, as he leads you through the main gate into this area, this cafe area, sort of sees a lot of the outdoor tables, mutters under his breath, looks inside, then goes up to the front door, calls out through the main entrance. Right, we're looking for a booth for 5. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. This very beautiful Aarakocra. It looks like a macaw. Very beautiful rainbow plumage. This large, sort of thick beak comes out. Yes, of course. Follow me this way. You would know this as Swift, Gloria. You have interacted with Swift before. She's not just the owner of the establishment, she's actually a bard of her own right. She leads you down. No, you probably get along okay with Swift. She helps run some of the more clandestine stuff that goes on in the city. So often bards who are with your college, the College of Eloquence and the College of Spies and things like that, generally will talk to her when they want to eavesdrop on people in her establishment. She has ways that people can eavesdrop for the right price.
So, for example, if I gave her a nod or a wink or some kind of gesture that she knows, could she kind of put us in a room where she knows that I can go to when I say I'm going to the bathroom or something, and I can hear what they're saying when I'm not in the room?
Absolutely. You would know that the symbol and the sort of the nod, the secret handshake, as it were, is 2 fingers just across the chest, up on top of the shoulder, as if you're brushing something off. But only the first 2 fingers, yeah. She sees you do that and nods. And leads you down a corridor and into a large dining tea room. She seats you all around this table. Tea, gentlemen? And lady?
Tea would be nice, thank you.
Could you bring some ale for myself?
Sir, it is 9 o'clock in the morning.
So?
I'll see what I can find.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
I'm with the giant. I'll have a whiskey.
Oh.
That I can do. And she nods.
I don't want to be one-upped, so I'll look. I'll have a whiskey too. All right.
Fine.
I give just a little grin to Gloria. She's one-upped me.
and I'll toss the copper to the lady.
I don't even know if they pay for the drink, but that is funny.
What would you like me to do with this, Gloria?
Get yourself something nice.
She sort of gives you a bit of a confused look, and then walks away. very confused.
She'll figure it out eventually.
Emeric will actually have a bit of a laugh at that.
Onthar, as you all sit down, looks around the table.
Right, so, what's your name, lass?
I not introduced myself. Well,
No.
if my
Then I retract my Gloria statement before when I said it.
I assumed my reputation preceded me. Obviously, especially being where we are, you obviously will have heard of me. Right?
I've never been here in this.
Oh god.
No, neither have I.
So, why did you
Yes,
think I thought you were a beggar?
Well, I clearly thought you knew who I was, intimidated by my abilities, and
No, I
felt.
actually thought you were a beggar looking for coin.
Oh right, so it's the daft, it's the daftness more than the ego.
No, I don't think any of us know who you are.
And I don't know if
Gosh.
he knows what daft means, but no, who are you?
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? What brings you to Paelen?
I don't even know how to respond to that. Owen, help
You can
me.
be as honest. You can be as honest or as deceptive as you like. It's completely up to you.
Good point.
Mm.
You don't have to tell them the truth.
You could if you wanted to. You don't have to.
You don't have to.
Say whatever you like.
Damn it, Gloria, were you spying
Well,
on
I
us
mean-
back at the docks?
Well, I've been teaching, at the college for a number of years now, and you know what? Being around those really talented people's left me feeling pretty unfulfilled because they don't really compare, do they? I don't know. I'm looking for the next challenge, and I think the Order of the Dragon may be a part of that. And that's why I was intrigued when I overheard you so openly talking about something like that.
So you've heard of the Order of the Dragon before?
So you
Yeah.
could say that our reputation precedes us.
Or our
Well-
voices.
Yeah, your voices.
That's a good one. That's a good one there.
Right,
Azure.
maybe we should start talking more quietly about the secret organization hell bent on the destruction of our planet.
Yeah, that's and the cosmos.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe keep that on the down low.
I mean,
Too true. Too true.
in the room that we're in, can I just do a perception check to see
Yeah.
how many people are around us? Are they within earshot?
So you, you
is
can make
there
a perception
anyone
check.
listening?
Absolutely.
Oh, well, no, okay.
Also, the bit of a wink that Gloria gave Swift before, would I have noticed that if I've got the urban bounty hunter backgrounds, like the ear to the ground feature, or
Yeah. So you would have seen when she flicked the copper and gave the wink. You would have noticed that, and that could have been some sort of signal. What does stand out to you, Wiltix, is she knew Gloria's name and she said it before.
but I might, as a character, I probably just assumed that she's from here, so knows the people, I suppose.
You definitely get the sense that she's from here. Yeah, definitely. How's that perception check coming along? As
Oh, sorry. I had to install.
it's a reload D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Oh, the
It wasn't
new Beyond 20 update. Yep.
Yeah.
What you can see, so you've been ushered into a private booth. There is no one else in this room apart from you guys. It is a larger dining room, but you are alone. There's a large sort of very ornately made antique table that you're all seated around in these very nice plush chairs. There is like everything that you could think of in terms of what you need for tea. There's a small kettle in the very center of the table that has its own burner that seems to be powered by magic. You can see a number of cups that have been arranged around it, but there is no tea. There is a box that is currently empty, and it seems to be normally would be filled with tea. As a perception of 10, yeah. So what else you can see as you look around? everything in this room seems to have been made to help with soundproofing. The curtains on the walls are very thick, and they cover the whole section of the room to help muffle sounds as they leave. You don't see or hear any other people nearby. You think you are pretty alone and pretty private in this room. But as you're looking around, you notice a bit of a shimmer of this sort of orangey purple magic above the box, and then the box fills with different types of teas in these little like cloth bags almost that sort of fill up, and there's a number of different labels on them, and they literally just appear from nothing in the box in front of you guys. And the kettle, you see it shake a little bit, and then it begins filling with water and then slowly steaming. Gloria, you would know that the teas are prepared magically and then transported across, and they're individually wrapped fresh for each new patron. And then they're just magically transported into the room to help keep the privacy and help keep the security.
Okay.
Nice. Pretty cool.
Thank you.
So, Gloria, what you already know about the order. You clearly knew that we were coming, because why would you be waiting at those docks otherwise? Again, I've asked this before, but people seem to be ignoring me. Are you a spy?
What even is a spy, really?
She's a spy, guys. Sorry.
You know what? I think she's acting a little bit sus.
Are you always so paranoid, or is that because of your childhood?
Are you talking to Emeric, or?
Yeah.
Good.
You don't know anything about my childhood. He's gotten a little serious now.
That is probably not a conversation for this time or this table. I don't think the tavern wants to make repairs.
Defensiveness, then.
Emeric has his secrets.
Oh, as does everyone, though, don't they, Azure?
We all do. Bit of light and dark.
I guess the difference is some people are better at keeping them than others. Others have them all over their face.
Oh my god.
I'm going to stare into her eyes.
Oh, okay.
Like
My beady eyes stare back, penetrating into his soul.
I'm going to drop the Haunted One feature, Heart of Darkness, into.
Alrighty, so
that
Jared has a special background feature. When he stares at people and chooses to, you can see that he has been through unimaginable horrors. He has lived through just a nightmarish existence at some point that has left him scarred and emotionally and physically and spiritually damaged deeply. Anything else you want to add to that, Jared, or does that pretty much cover it?
That's pretty much good. I'm not like dropping it on her. I just want her, when she does look into my eyes, that's what she sort of just gets a little glimpse of, like a little maybe like a little shadow just runs through her body, and that's all. That's all I'd want. I'm not going to really influence her too much.
Yeah, in that case, you then get a sense that Emeric has lived through horrors beyond imagining. And that's the hint you would get, probably, Gloria.
And my reaction, I don't know if it's surprising, but she's going to be like, oh, yes, bonus. Like, she's really excited by the fact that you've got a complex history and probably lots of trauma. She feels like that's something that she'll be able to influence.
Okay.
You don't have to share. You don't have to share why Gloria's stoked about it unless you want to.
All right.
More for the players, absolutely, it's hilarious for us, and we love knowing that. As long as we can all refrain from metagaming. Gloria's reaction seems to be very atypical. Normally, people when they get a glimpse of your Haunted One feature, Emeric, there's a shock and an awe. But the last two times you flashed it, it's not gone quite as you expected. The first time with Leosin, he had a variant version of it that reflected back at you hope and positivity. And this time, someone actually seems genuinely stoked to see that you have this horrific darkness within you that you've.
That's just really weird. I'm actually a little like it's not actually a conscious thing that Emeric knows about. Actually, if I'm being honest, it's not like he just puts it on. Yeah, it's just when he looks at people, sometimes if they stare long enough, that's what will come through. Yeah,
sometimes the mask that Emeric wears falls away.
So he won't be aware of that. He'll just sort of think it's a bit weird that she's just perked up.
Yeah, it is a bit weird. Umthar sort of looks over at the lobby and goes,
Why do you want to... You said the cult were a challenge. What did you mean by that?
Wait, who said that? Did I say that?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, you said the cult were a challenge that you wanted to...
You said that you wanted a challenge, and you were looking for something else, aka cult.
Yeah. Well, what do I mean by that? I guess that's something for me to discover.
Because I'm going to come right out and say it, lass. We want to stop them. We really, really want to stop them.
Yeah, how come?
We have seen their inner workings and what their plan is, and it's not great. But
What do you know?
I mean, by not great, I mean it's universe shifting, not great.
Let's say more like universe shattering.
Well, yes, cosmos altering. Really.
Such power.
Well, if power's what you want, you're looking in the right place. But if you end up on that side and that's the side you want to be on, this is not the table you should be sitting at.
Does it matter? I guess, I don't know. The person that would lead them, whether it's into greatness or into darkness, would be a brilliant person.
It's
You're intense.
This got very
she's on our
serious.
side or not.
Either way, for now we seem aligned.
Wait, do we though? What do you even want?
I want to find them. What do you want?
We want to destroy them.
Well, I guess finding them's the first step to destroying them, so let's find them together. You clearly need a brain. I clearly need some height. I think we can make it work.
But what do you want when you find them? Because I myself am going to pulverize them with this here halberd.
I'm sure I don't know. How can I know what I'll know then?
Seems kind of sus. I'm
do you want to make an insight
Emeric.
check?
I will. Yes, actually, yes. That's good. I mean, like my insight's not crash hot. Well, fuck.
I'll give you advantage.
Oh,
wow.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Nat 20.
Don't worry about it.
20.
You saw through her like a lace cloth.
So
Well,
Gloria hasn't lied. You don't get the sense she's being deceptive. You do get the sense that her motives she is keeping secret. You don't get the sense that she wants to help the cult. Like the message you're getting isn't that she doesn't. You don't feel like she wants to destroy them. She doesn't want to help them. There's something else that she wants from them. There's something else that she gets out of this, and it's not necessarily to do with them. It's not necessarily to do with you guys. There's some other third option that she's after. Absolutely, but you get the sense that when you guys started talking about destroying the cult, she didn't care. And when she started talking about finding them and you guys were like, are you going to help them? She didn't care. She doesn't really want to help them. Her body language seems to suggest there's something else hidden that she's after.
I won't press the matter, but I will keep that close to my chest for now. I'm just going to be a bit guarded around Gloria here. I'm a little bit... Emeric's a little sus.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because obviously his goal is annihilate these people that he thinks potentially did all the betrayals and stuff back in with the Paladin Order.
Yeah. When you said you wanted to pulverize them with your halberd, she did not seem to care one bit.
No, not
that's
really.
What you wanted to do. That she really could not care. She could not have cared less.
I'm guarded.
Like she was just like, yeah, sure, cool, whatever, whatever you want to do, man.
I'm guarded and a little bit perplexed.
She seems very cool with you destroying them. Doesn't really bother her too much. She doesn't.
It's weird though, because she doesn't want to jump in with that. So we'll see. I don't know. Like I'll leave it up.
Because you got a nat 20, I'll add to that. Looking at her, you don't get the sense that she does stuff on the front lines. She seems to be someone who works better behind the scenes.
Ah, well, that...
I will say that.
I prefer the idea of pulling the puppet strings, but sure.
You suspect that if she wanted something destroyed, she'd get someone else to do it, and it would not be traceable back to her.
Yeah, that's weird. That'd be interesting to see how it rubs up with Emeric, because Emeric's very much like, if you're going to do something, you do it yourself. And we'll let that play out though, but I'm happy with that. I'm not going to press it, so I'll keep on going. You can keep on going.
Ontha sort of looks over at you, Gloria, the dwarf Ontha. Goes, right, so I had a plan. I know that the group are gathering some sort of like caravan or wagon, and they're joining a merchant convoy heading north. I think it was out of the north gate, or maybe it was the south gate.
Seems like a pretty important distinction.
Well, look, I need fresh intel, fresh eyes and ears on the ground.
Basically, what you're saying, Infar, a spy.
Well, look, just someone who knows what they're up to.
I glance over at Gloria.
Do I know someone that would know Owen?
You actually know where they've been.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
No.
That's all good. It's okay.
Tell me what I know.
Alice, the player, might not know, but Gloria, the character, knows. If you've got
Man,
your little word document, if you've got your word document of knowledge there, you actually know this.
Sorry, one sec.
Whiskey's got
you're
two
good.
eggs.
Yeah. Actually, the whiskey hasn't come in yet, so at this point, it's just the tea that's been served. Yeah, no, just tea at the moment that's been served.
So, what I've heard is that the members of the Order have been arriving in the Airship Docks and travelling to the outer market district of Paelen to begin the journey as part of the larger caravan heading north. And I'm willing to help you as long as you let me accompany you guys.
What can you do? Are you good in battle, or are you...
Look, I'm good from a distance. I'm a bigger picture kind of person.
There is a bigger picture.
I see you have a lovely rapier there as well. Do you know how to use that in a fight? Because the rest of us know how to pull our weight in battle.
What do you reckon? Do I know Owen?
Oh, yeah, you're proficient. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can hold my own. Let's just say I've got bigger and better strengths.
Okay, because there's only room for one gnome / halfling in this group, and you're not taking my thing.
Fuck.
No fear. We are so fundamentally different. There is no risk.
I'm really sorry, Alice, but a lot of the party members have just been like outright like hostile. To Gloria.
I think no, it's a compliment to the character Alice has created, because this is exactly the character she was trying to make.
Oh, she was listening from the shadows.
Yeah, I know. It's sus.
Hey, this is precisely the character Alice wanted to make.
I would just like to say that Jared doesn't think you're a horrible person, but he thinks Gloria might. No, I'm joking.
That's alright. Yeah. Let's just say I know Gloria personally. She's a bitch.
Oh my god! Is this like an actual person you
I don't think
this character off?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
I don't think Gloria's going to watch this stream.
That is
Owen.
hilarious.
Won't say the real name.
I didn't. I said Gloria. I don't think Gloria's going to watch this podcast or listen to the stream. I wouldn't say the name. So Ontha sort of looks and goes, right, okay, so what you're saying is you'll help us track the cult?
Yes.
And I don't get it. How do you help? How do we help you? What are we doing that you get out of this?
Well, I mean,
I think we find the cult for her. I think that's what she wants.
no, I don't know what I want from them, Owen. I have no idea.
You want to find them at least, don't you?
You just want friends.
I mean, yeah.
She just turns around and goes, guys, I'm just really lonely. Please, I want friends.
I mean, the best way to blend in is in a crowd.
I mean, I don't need you, but it's kind of nice to have some people to do the legwork, you know?
Oh,
The mindless stuff.
you're lucky this is out of the game.
No, she says that. I think Gloria says that.
No
right?
way.
I think I'd be more I think I'd be more, like,
Tactful.
strategic about how I said it, yeah. So maybe, like... Yeah, well, you know, us big minds have feeble bodies. We need big bodies with feeble minds.
Nice.
Big brain moment.
I'd probably laugh at that and go, that's why I keep these giants around. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
And look, Emeric's not like that stupid. He looks at you with a bit of like a... What's... You know when like someone says something and you just give him like a sort of like a look where it's like, you're not like angry, but you're like a little annoyed? He gives just that look, just like a really fuck you.
Gloria looks pretty smug at Wiltix's attempt to like get on side with her.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, there's gonna be so many just arguing. It's like going to be an American sitcom or something.
Yeah, fair enough. Alright, look, Gloria, if you don't like this, you don't have to come with us. But you're going to have to work with us somewhere. You're going to have to meet somewhere in the middle. So, if you're happy to provide us with information when we need it, then we'll keep you along for now. But as long as you remain useful, I suppose, then you can stick along. I don't know what these guys think.
Well, look, all honesty, she has inside knowledge of the city, so I think we need her around.
What does he know?
It seems like it.
Right,
The Tempest Guild are... Sorry.
Oh, sorry, you go. Yeah,
No, I was just going to say, the Tempest Guild trust easily, but we will crush you if you betray us.
Whoa.
Do not cross us.
I guess I make myself small and like a tiny old woman. You think so much of me.
I kind of look at you like eye to eye, and I let my like human eyes slip, and you kind of see what's beyond them, which is this like just endless gold light, and then I just like shift it back.
We just keep dropping this like ice features on her, with darkness and lightness, just smacking it in her face.
Yeah, just letting her know that there's more than one side to this guild.
What do I make of that, Owen?
So yeah, you've seen Aasimar before, people who they contain a bit of divine or holy energy. This is probably an Aasimar, not a human. Probably at first you thought he might be human, but yeah, you're very confident now that he's definitely an Aasimar. He's got angelic heritage somewhere.
I'll be like, fascinating. And then in my mind, I'm like, perfect for my experiments.
Whoa. Okay, cool. While this is all going on though, Emeric will sort of just pop out and be like, how's the whiskey coming along? I don't know. It's not at my table yet. What's going on with that? To a barmaid.
There are no barmaids. You are alone inside this room.
Oh shit, okay. Well then I'll pop out. It's a room, so I'll walk out, pop my head out the door. I take it that's what I'm sort of dealing with.
Yeah, as you look down the corridor, you don't see any barmaids, you don't see any staff. It seems to be just you guys all alone in this area.
Okay. Is that... Okay. Should there be people there, Owen?
You have no idea how this establishment works, so I will say you're not sure.
When I was walking through...
Yeah, there were no staff moving around. It's all these private rooms and people entering into these private rooms, yeah.
Okay, that's cool. No, that's fine. I was just worried that, like, if there were people there before, but now there isn't, I was expecting an ambush.
Oh, you don't need to worry about that, man.
Okay.
Well,
anyway,
don't need to worry your pretty little head.
Emeric is a little bit deflated, but he'll walk back to the table because he didn't get his whiskey. He's not going to go off and just look around. So he'll sit back down. And you guys can continue.
Did you see any other tables around us, Owen?
No, you guys are alone in this room. You know that the booths are separate from the other areas, and you are offered quite a large degree of privacy in this establishment.
Is there any whiskey available around us?
Oh, you would know that to get the whiskey, you just need to turn the glass, the shot glass that's in the center of the table. Just turn it the right way up, and it will fill for you.
Okay,
What?
I'm gonna make a bit of show of this. I think
Yeah.
I'll like play coy and pretend like it's the most normal thing in the world, but also like slight a glance towards Emeric to make it kind of pointed that I think I'm quite a bit better than him.
You see as Gloria turns over her glass, there's a moment, and then suddenly it begins filling with what looks like very fine whiskey.
I honestly will not even take her glance into consideration. I'll sort of like, whoa, oh shit, that's really cool. And I'll probably like move with a bit of speed to the table to do the same to mine, and sort of see the liquor pour in. So I didn't even take heed of her glance because I was too excited by the fact that I'm going to get whiskey.
As you turn the glass over, it instantly fills with this amber liquid.
Just realised that Emeric's probably not the best pairing with Gloria because I've made him a little bit oblivious and carefree.
Hey, easier victim.
That's what she thinks for now. We'll see what happens down the line. Well, anyway, yeah, but I will start. Actually, no, is it a shot, Owen, or is it like a proper like glass?
A snifter, yeah.
So not a shot.
Not a full glass. It's more of it's like a snifter, like a small amount, but enough that you could get a couple of sips.
Okay, cool.
It's more about savouring it, man.
I'll start sipping away. And as I do that, I'll look at everyone and be like, "So, what's the next step, guys? What do we reckon the plan is?"
Well, we need to scout out the caravan that's leaving. So, I remember that I think it was leaving from the north gate. So I assume that's where the markets are, which would make sense. We try and get ourselves there and have a bit of a wander around, see what the lay of the land is.
I think that's a very good idea. I think we probably want to be heading towards this area that you described. You said it was in one of the markets outside the city. That's where they're meeting up, right? Such a strange location.
Well,
I mean, it's pretty public.
Well, I mean, if they want to look like merchants, the market's probably the best place to hide yourself.
Well, Gloria, didn't you say that you saw them come up the aircraft?
Yeah, so Gloria, you've seen them in disembarking airships. A number of the higher-ranking members disembarking airships over the past couple of days, and then making their way down towards this market area. But you've always lost them as they've entered into this market area. You've never been able to track them down where they're actually meeting. They seem to have this disguise set up really, really well, where you lose track of them very, very quickly as soon as they exit the city. And it's been quite frustrating.
Would Gloria be able to spot them in a lineup?
Gloria would be able to recognize, maybe not faces too much. You might have an idea of some of the members if you saw them and caught them again, but yeah, often you didn't catch faces. They're often wearing very heavy robes. They're very well disguised. Yeah, you might have a bit of trouble recognizing specific people, but you know the look of them now. You think you've got the look of them down pat. You think you can sort of spot who they are and where they are at different times.
Oh, Owen, I just realized something. Gloria won't have one of those nifty cloaks.
No, Gloria does not have one of your nifty cloaks.
Okay. That's all, just mentioning it.
Yeah, no, Gloria does not have one of your cool cloaks, unfortunately.
I think we should definitely do some reconnaissance. These cloaks will definitely help us.
Perfect. Well,
yeah.
May as well jump into it then, hey?
Well, actually, we probably should try and find a place to stay for the night if we need to. But if we head our separate ways, scout out the markets and meet back here, might be a good option.
We can definitely try that if you like. When were the caravans leaving, Owen? Was it today that they were leaving? Is that why we had to take the airship, or?
So you weren't sure when they were leaving specifically, but you knew it was going to be soon.
Okay. Yeah. So we should find. First thing we should do probably together, guys, is just find out when the caravans are leaving, and then if we want to do some reconnaissance work after that, I suppose. Don't want to leave anyone behind. Looks at Gloria.
That'd be a shame.
What type? So that was a bit sarcastic, was it?
Yeah, it was a little bit the leave behind bit.
Nice. Oh, poor Gloria.
Poor Gloria.
Too warm.
Out of character.
Why poor Gloria?
Because everyone's picking on her. She gives it back though. I like it.
Oh yeah. She started it. She started all of it.
She actually gets a little tiny bit of appreciation from Emeric because I think, what was it? He loves a good insult, even one directed at him. So he doesn't like the fact that she's like, obviously like has ulterior motives because of the good insight. But he He does like his little jibs and jabs with her. He actually appreciates it and doesn't really hold it against her because, like I said, in his personality trait, I love a good insult even when directed at me. With that though, guys, what do you reckon? Do you reckon we should make our way to the markets?
Let's do it.
I think so, yeah.
Right. Now, Ontha sort of looks at you guys and goes, right, well, I mean, what I was thinking was if we can track them down, maybe we can organise to join on as part of the... I mean, I'm not going to be... When I say we, I mean you guys. I'm not coming with you, I'm staying here. But I was thinking that maybe if we could track them down, we could try and join on as part of another caravan. Like, if you could get yourselves hired as some sort of like, caravan guard, or maybe if you wanted to even pretend to be merchants yourselves.
But we need you to come with us to drive the plot.
No, lass. I'm not coming with you. No, I'm staying here. I've got much to do in the city. I'm pretty... got my hands pretty full having to manage the Order of the Gauntlet.
Thinking about joining other caravans, Gloria, you're from here, you seem to be in the know. I saw that wink you gave the barmaid when he came in. Would you know any caravans that would be heading out of this town that we could join or become part of?
You wouldn't know any specific... yeah, you wouldn't know any specific caravans that are leaving, because that's a bit below you. Like, you don't really pay attention to that sort of thing. But you do know that there are a number of merchant groups and organizations who regularly send out caravans of goods. Probably the East Oceania Trading Company is the biggest, and they generally lead caravans out towards the east and up to the north.
Have I got a work experience kid that I could exploit to do the legwork for me?
I thought that's what this group was for you.
Well, yeah, that too. But, I mean, I guess I've still got my work experience kit here.
You don't have a work experience kit.
Oh my god.
Nice try. Ontha, as he sort of like is seeing you guys sort of getting a bit sort of caught up in what you're planning to do from here on out, goes, right, well look, I have a contact. I don't know if this is the best person to go and talk to, but you can absolutely go and talk to one of my friends. He's a merchant, or he owns more of a merchant company. He might be able to give you a bit of a hand on where you're going. Let me just pull open his name. Aiken Celebon. He's a trader. He operates an equipage business just in the outer city in the market district. He sells like materials and things like that for long distance hauling, like wagons, rope, netting, stuff like that. He doesn't do the hiring himself, but he might know people who do. And I can write you a note that will get him to vouch for you.
Sounds like
a good start.
Yeah, Aiken Celebon.
Yeah, write that down. Wiltix.
I'll grab my little book from the guild and I'll put that in there.
Yeah, add it to your little your notebook. Right, well look, I'm gonna have to leave you here, guys. Let me pay for the tea. He puts down 3 gold. I'm not paying for the whiskey though.
Okay, that's fair.
Right. Well, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for coming with me back to Paelen. I hope that your mission goes well. He looks at Gloria. I hope that you figure out which side you're on, lass, because there really is only one side that you can be on. Yeah. Okay, that's all I've got to say. Pleasure meeting you guys. I'll check in on Mira. If you need anything, you just let me know. You can always contact me at the Order of the Gauntlet. And gives you all a nod, gives a suspicious glance at Gloria, and then walks out the door. You'll notice that as he puts the money down on the counter, it starts vanishing, turning into dust. Gloria, you know that it's being transported back to the till.
Does Gloria know how much the whiskey costs?
Gloria knows that she does not have to pay for the whiskey.
Smart. Well, Emeric's honestly a bit confused about where he's going to pay, so he just forgets about it.
I bet he wish he had his copper.
Oh, I mean, like, I don't think copper would help, but it's fine.
If the tea costs 3 gold, I'd hate to know what the whiskey costs.
The tea costs 3 gold.
Oh, no, 1
Yeah.
gold each for.
Okay.
The tea
Yeah.
drinkers.
So the whiskey's probably going to cost a couple.
You didn't ask how much it cost before you ordered.
No, I
some.
didn't. Just felt like she was one-upping me, so I had to do it. That's what Emeric would do.
But yeah, so you've now got an area to go to. This is to Akon Celebon. He operates the business in the outer city, just in the area marked 8 on your map of Paelen there. And I should actually say, you know that his business, the business is called Blackgate. Blackgate Shipping and Co.
Oh.
So that's what you know. Blackgate Shipping and Co. That's what you know.
All right, do we all want to head off there now and see if we can meet up with this contact, or?
Yeah, probably a good idea. Don't want to
Alright.
waste time in case we miss them.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, head on out of the bar.
Beautiful.
What do you think, Owen? Do you think it's a good time for a little intermission break?
I'm thinking that's a perfect time for an intermission break. We're almost bang on 1.5 hours. That is absolutely perfect.
I reckon.
So yeah, for those of you who've been joining us for the live stream, thank you so much. I'm sorry that we had some technical difficulties earlier. I think they seem to be sorted. Having Alice and I using the same internet was not the correct. It was too much for the good old copper to handle, I'd say. But yeah, we'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for episode 14, part 2. We'll see you guys soon.
Yay.
See you guys!
See you, everyone.
Bye.
See you soon, guys.